Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 with the New Nations mod as the Mali Empire. We're still in our war against Spain and Russia, which actually is going in our favour. We've won a good few battles, though we are suffering some occupations. But we have our armies on the way over to the eastern half of our country to deal with these Russian and Spanish armies, which I think we should be able to do relatively well. We've mobilised our troops, which might not turn out to have been necessary, but probably better to be safe than sorry on that one. Okay, we lost another occupation over here, which is not too much of a concern. We'll wait until this battle is finished here, which shouldn't take too much longer. Where are you headed? Up there. That is fine. Let's see. You have +2 attack. Actually, you stay down here. You come down here. And you advance to this county. Okay, we wiped out that small Russian army and we lost an occupation over here, which is as expected. Okay, so you finished your siege there, you're just heading up here. That's okay, this is all desert, you're probably suffering some nasty attrition doing that, so we'll just go ahead and let them. And I think we'll go for this Spanish army first, since Spain's troops are less advanced and we should not lose too many troops in taking this one on. So let's see. Why are you going to places that I didn't tell you to go? I don't think we'll worry too much about getting our +5 attack guy over there. We'll just use this army and whatever general is already in charge there, and we'll reinforce with this one. The numbers advantage should get us the victory pretty handily, I think. We did cross a river. And in fact our worst general took over, which I don't like, but not much we can do about that at this point. Alright, let's see. You can move over to... Actually, I'll tell you what, you move over here, you move here. And you can stay in this county. And you, I think, are the mobilized infantry, so I'll send you over here. You can be ready to reinforce if we need you. And communists have enforced their demands in the Republic of Britannia. Okay. Now the Workers' Commonwealth. This is going pretty well. We probably don't need to reinforce this any further, I think. Some more tax efficiency. Okay, we won this. The Spanish army is retreating to Cano. And I think I'll just follow with this whole stack. Belgium increasing relations. Okay, they got the river crossing there, and we have a +4 guy. So things going pretty well in our favour for that one. Okay, we lost their occupation there, and their army is heading down to Dosso to attack me here. And unfortunately this general has no defensive value, so we're going to have to switch him out, which of course is going to cost us some prestige. Let's see. Let's find a guy with any defense at all. +2 is the best we have so far. Another +2. Okay, no advance on +2, so we'll just use this guy. And we'll get you here ready to reinforce that. And we'll reinforce with everything we have in the neighbouring counties if we have to. With any luck, we'll be able to wipe out this Spanish army. Which I think we did. Okay. Another small Spanish army taking back our occupation there, which is fine. We'll let them do that while we deal with this remaining large Russian army, which is really the only major threat that's left. There's this 18 stack over here, of course, as well. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no more armies visible that we need to worry about. Okay, so let's let this battle happen. They should get there on the 12th. Oh, and we're getting a peace offer from Russia. Humiliate Spain. Well, I think we'll just accept this. We can't really afford to add any other war goals due to our high infamy, so this is the best we're going to get. Yeah, let's go for it. Fortunately, did not get much prestige out of that, but at least we won. That's the important thing. Let's demobilize so that our economy can hopefully get back on track. We can lower our spending. Go to 55, I guess, and put naval spending down. And we can go back up to at least speed 3. Oh, and everyone comes crawling back, of course. Where were you when the Russian troops were approaching? First tractor in Kano. Extra farming efficiency. Well, that's good. So we got extra combat width. I think we are going to go ahead and get military directionism so that we don't have any more terrible gas attack situations if we get into any other major wars. The war is over. With the war finished, the Malian people have taken to the streets of Bamako in celebration. We're told the war has been heavy, but today Mali Empire is simply happy to be at peace. So total war will be removed from Mali Empire. We gain 20 war exhaustion. Pops lose militancy and become more in favor of pacifism. And we get no more war until 1931, giving us increased war exhaustion. Well, that's no good. Alright, anyway, we have a lot of unemployed craftsmen in Borneo and East Hausaland. Our factories there are getting upgraded though. And everything in East Hausaland is getting upgraded, so that's fine. Oh, and access from Spain, is it? What war are they involved in? Probably this one with Russia, yeah. I'm just going to decline this, basically out of spite, so sorry Spain. We do have a lot of factories building. Okay, that's good. We do need to be worried about South Africa, I think. What with whoever Britain is calling themselves these days, and being it friendly. So I think we'll spend our influence on decreasing their opinion there for now. France is pretty high on influence there, but is not actively influencing, it looks like. Okay, we have another election. Probably try for the reactionary party again, I guess. Though it hasn't really been successful thus far. Potentially go for conservative, I suppose. But we've been pushing reactionary for the last couple of elections, so we'll just keep doing that. Okay, Belgium, extra colonial prestige, extra consciousness in non-colonial, and some more permanent prestige. We should probably stop encouraging clerks in East Hausaland, since we're at full employment there. What about Volta? I guess we'll encourage clerks. I'm not sure what the factory situation is there. Seems okay. Probably could do with some clerks. Jingoism is what we want, especially since a bunch of people just got pushed into pacifism because of that event that we had. Volta, yeah, probably a pretty low percentage of clerks in most of these factories, so it seems reasonable. We're actually up to almost 70% literacy, which is pretty nice. Almost a respectable percentage finally. Jamaican nationalists have enforced their demands in the Workers' Commonwealth. Okay, well, that's fine. We probably won't go and attack Jamaica. Even if they're uncivilized, since we can't even afford the infamy to annex an uncivilized nation. The Malian election is underway and so far has proceeded smoothly. Debates are being carried out in the usual manner and there are no reports of violence in Bamako or elsewhere. Okay, good. People lose some militancy. We are getting protectionism. Alright. We can probably be on speed 4. Rebels in South Africa. Nothing too major though. Favor moralism. Okay, Croatia. How are things going over here in Europe actually? Religious policy, we want to also go for moralism. No major changes over here it looks like. How's the Great War looking? Still being won by the US and allies. Is it basically just the US that's on this side? Have any other great powers been pieced out already? In case they're looking for a lot of concessions, so they'll have to get considerably more war score than they have to end that one in their favor. And the Yugoslavian liberation of Slavonia is not going too well for Yugoslavia, unfortunately. International crisis in Ulster. Well, I guess we could get involved in that. I'm pretty sure the Workers' Commonwealth is... Actually, they're not too bad in terms of military, which is interesting, since they just recently fell to communists. Yeah, we could get involved, but it would probably just be a lot of expense for no particular gain for us, since we're already ahead of the UK in the rankings and they have basically no prestige. Anyway, we're going for moralism here again. And it failed to enlist interest. And now they have Jacobin rebels enforcing their demands. Okay. Back to being Great Britain. We want residency. We can go pretty hard in favor of residency here, actually. Yeah, okay, we can afford to gain a little bit of militancy, I think. Okay, so since we gave up on sphering the Ottomans, we should probably try and get somebody else in our sphere. Since we are not really concentrating on anybody in particular, we're just maintaining the relationships we have. And my monitor has just switched itself off, so if you just give me a second here, I'll try and get that turned back on. I sure hope the game is paused. Okay, and we're back. It seems to have sorted itself out, so let's continue here. National debate on unemployment, so we can encourage communism, fascism, or socialism. We'll go for communism, I mean fascism, I suppose. And let's see. Going for residency again, so we don't want full citizenship. At least for the moment. And we can probably bump this down a little bit more. And actually, I guess we can increase our military spending a bit. Nationalist faction wants residency, so we'll give it to them. And unfortunately we've got liberal and anarcho-liberal parties again, so we're just going to do the same thing as usual and just appoint the nationalist faction. And this time I'm going to remember that they will have screwed with my factory subsidization, so I'm going to set those back to subsidize before they all get shut down. And, oh, they will have screwed with my taxes as well, won't they? Let's get our taxes back up there and our defense spending too. Okay, reactionaries declare victory. An extra army organization, and we should have a chance to invent gas attack and gas defense. So we actually have 0% chance to get gas defense right now, but we will have a chance to when we go to war. But we do have the 4% chance to invent gas attack, so that's fine. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and switch to a different area, I think. And we get limited access roads. For increased railroads, since I think we probably have all of our railroads at the max level they can be for the moment. Okay, Burundi increasing relations. Not too much progress either way here. It looks like, I'm assuming that none of the European powers are going to be able to effectively land troops in the US. Certainly no occupations yet, so I doubt they're going to be able to get much war score in their favor. So this could end up dragging out for a long time. Another Chinese civil war. Socialist leanings have become quite prevalent in parts of the Mali Empire, and among these socialist radical ideas have been spreading, namely that the common man can only achieve true freedom by overthrowing the government and establishing a rule by the working class. They cite the Malian government as tyrannical, and one that will never bend to true freedom, or true reform, excuse me, and the people have been listening, so we can crack down on these radicals, killing officers in Orodaro of a particular culture, I think. And socialists there gain militancy, communists gain militancy. Or we can have the poor strata there become more communist. I think we'll do this one. Probably aren't that many communists, so how much militancy could we gain? Turns out not all that much. We can also build some more troops here, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll just build the ones in Africa for now. Sure, this many, and that many artillery, and a couple of hussars. We should rendezvous over there, which is fine. Extra farming efficiency there is also good. And just to check the rankings, we are pretty comfortably ahead of Great Britain. So they've been having a lot of problems, of course. Torching of the Summer Palace in China. Sorry to hear about that. We are fairly far behind Japan, though, so I'm not sure what our chances are of catching them up before the end of the game. We'll see what we can do, though. Discovered bolt-action rifle armament, which is nice. Oh, and Great Britain has taken South Africa out of our sphere of influence. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on over there. We can just re-sphere them immediately, so I guess we'll do that. Or I suppose we could ban Great Britain and then re-sphere them when we get back up to 100. That might be better, actually. So we only have to gain another 65 or so. Put them back up to high priority while we do that. We didn't actually start attempting to sphere anybody else yet. I suppose we could... Oh no, we couldn't sphere Spain. We tried to before, and it turns out their population is too high, so... Never mind that. Chartist rallies can proceed as they wish. I suppose Portugal would be a possible sphere candidate, though we don't actually border them. The Shadow of War. A diplomat from the Russian Empire has approached us with a proposal. So this is, I think, the same event we got before. We can choose to ally with Russia, get high relations with them, and probably join the war that they're in? Does it say that? I think that's what would happen, but it doesn't actually say that, or we could refuse. So, probably nothing really has changed since the last time. This is just, as I said, going to probably end up in a lengthy stalemate, so we probably don't really want to get involved. I don't think there's any countries in here we particularly want to attack. They're all South America, basically. And North America. And Cyprus for some reason. Yeah, we'll just stay out of that one, I think. Okay. Well, that is going to do it for this episode, so thanks for watching, and join me again next time.